pony barrels around the corner, cantering towards the first jump. Wind whistles through my ponytail, tucked under my helmet. I apply right leg pressure at my calf, urging the horse forwards to make the stride to the oxer. He takes one more stride and leaps as I sit up in the saddle and press my heels down to stay on as he flies, pushing my hands forward. All four, hooves off the ground. Freedom. We land, I sit back in the saddle and drive down the line. 4 strides to the next fence. 1, 2, 3, 4. The pony slams on his brakes, hurling me forward and off his back. A refusal. I land on the fence, taking it down with me. My instructor catches the pony. After a moment reorienting myself, I stand up, my right hip aching, but with a smile on my face. I get back on and ride the jump line again. This time we make it, soaring over the second fence. All it took was a little more leg. Horseback riding has been an important part of my life since I was 5. A friend brought me to a pony ride at a local camp, and as soon as I hit the saddle, I knew I wanted to learn how to ride. It's a dangerous sport and expensive, but the lessons I've learned on the back of a horse have changed my life. Riding has created my self-confidence and self-assurance, helped me learn how to overcome challenges, and taught me to never give up. You fall off the horse, you get back on. I was always a shy kid. I had severe anxiety and depression growing up, although I didn't have the language to describe what I felt. Around horses, I felt different. You can't be anxious around the horse. You have to be confident or they will take advantage of you. At first, when I started riding, I didn't have this confidence. But as time went on, I learned that I could fake it until I made it. And eventually, horses became my safe haven where I felt confident for the first time in my life. According to an article from the Journal of Psychotherapy Integration, therapy around horses can help those with mental illnesses who aren't responding to treatment. It forces patients to be in the present moment, articulate their feelings, and take action. I believe this was the case with me as well. I had to tell my instructor if I had a problem, if my gear was damaged, a girth needed to be tightened, and ask questions to help when I didn't know the answer. Riding also taught me self-sufficiency. When you're on top of a horse, going 17 miles per hour towards a fence, you have to learn to make decisions on your own within seconds. There's no time to wait and decide, so anxiety and overthinking can't exist here. Riding teaches intuition and self-assurance, and listening to your gut rather than overthinking. These skills also help in overcoming challenges. A stirrup is what you put your feet in when riding a horse. They are attached to the saddle and make it easier to ride if you can keep your heels down. However, one exercise that I would often do when riding is riding without stirrups. How do you keep your balance without them when your pony steps sideways suddenly? But if you don't do this exercise, how will you stay on the horse if your stirrup breaks or if you lose it on a bad jump? Horseback riding puts you in situations that cause challenges requiring split-second decisions. Practicing challenges prepares you for them in real time, and the lessons learned riding can apply to your life outside of the saddle. Riding taught me to be prepared. For example, I went to New York City for New Year's Eve this year. I knew that figuring out the subway system would be difficult, so I prepared the same way I would without stirrups, memorizing the routes if my phone died, figuring out the subway system and which stops to take. While me and my friends still had a fall just as bad as a refusal for a jump while trying to get our suitcases through the subway turnstiles, we were prepared to tackle the challenges of the city. The United States Pony Club's main goal is to promote sportsmanship, stewardship, and leadership through horsemanship. They are a large riding organization that has shows and levels based on knowledge of horsemanship. While I was never part of it, my instructors created these environments in their lessons. These lessons taught me to keep going when things are hard. Horseback riding taught me to get back on when you fall off. It also taught me to never give up. According to a study conducted and recorded in Child and Family Social Work in 2018 on children's equine therapy, horses can help children overcome fears and build interpersonal skills. These skills can help them create perseverance and overcome challenges. An example of this is my experiences training horses. This is Clever, an off-the-track thoroughbred. When I started riding her and helping my trainer train her, she would take off after every single fence. This proved dangerous because she would almost run into horses at times when she was hard to control. However, with some hard work and perseverance, within 6 months we were jumping courses with ease. Throughout the years, I have helped train a few X-race horses. The process is rewarding and applicable to other things as well. I've had a few health problems that have made finishing traditional school difficult. I've had to pull out of college at a traditional in-person university twice. However, I am now 5 years after starting, only 9 months away from my degree. Like learning to ride without stirrups, I needed to adapt to my environment. Despite having fallen off the proverbial horse many times, I still keep getting back on to achieve my goals. Riding has taught me so many things and changed my life. Learning new skills while riding has helped my mental health and gave me a reason to speak up. Giving myself difficult challenges taught me how to overcome any challenges in my way. Training X-race horses taught me to never give up. Riding taught me that every time you fall down, you get back in the saddle and you ride the line again until you succeed.